League Soccer and the Galaxy?
The city, I love it, and my missus and my little ones really enjoying it as well. Just because the weather and we can go to parks and stuff like that, so it's been really nice. Football side, soccer side of things, it's been good. The standards a lot better than people make out in Europe. We've had some tough games. We've had some good performances. The Seattle game was tough. For my debut, I got a kick on my ankle the first few minutes, so I couldn't really move, and so I had to come off at half time. And then the LAFC game it was a really good game. I thought we defended really well, and then hopefully we can just keep building on that and get better and better. And I think one thing the gaffer really wants to do is get a lot better on the ball as a team and know what we want to do. So we've been working on that the last few days.
And has your impression of the league changed at all? I mean, of course, you're here. Of course, you want to be here. But what was your impression coming into Major League Soccer?
I always, whenever I go away with the Ireland team, we always look at the other teams, and the more I go away, the more MLS players I see in their squads. So I knew there was a lot of international players here, and the standard's a lot better than what people make out to be. So I kind of expected it to be decent, and it definitely is. As you've seen against the teams we've played, there's more and more international players playing week in, week out. So yeah, I expected this. I definitely didn't take it for granted.
All right, thank you.
Simon, we'll go next to Nikki K with Spectrum Sportsnet. Nikki, go ahead.
Hi, Derrick. We haven't gotten to talk to you since that fabulous tackle assist. Can you just walk us through what you saw in that play? And then secondly, follow up, how do you feel your voice is being used / heard as a leader on this back line? Jonathan Bond had a lot of good things to say to you after last win.
The tackle assist, I seen Chicha and I said, Chicha, just stay there. And then, no, I'm joking. I literally just made the tackle. And then lucky enough it went to Chicha and he does what he does, he puts it away. But no, I didn't see him or anything like that. I just tried to win the ball. And yeah, I try to talk as much as I can. That's one thing I want to make sure I do is to try to be a leader at the back, talking loads, organising. We can't be conceding 2 goals a game. I don't think that's nowhere near good enough. And so definitely that's one of my goals throughout the season, just to get a lot more shutouts and as a team defend better. And I think LAFC was the first game we felt like we were defending as a team. I felt the other games we were kind of not as much organised. We were more spread out. But LAFC, you can see we were in banks of fours and we looked pretty solid, and I felt like they couldn't break us down. So yeah, it was a lot better.
And was it on your Instagram we saw you guys riding bikes around the facility?
Yeah.
You guys seem like, are you having fun with the team? What's the vibe like amongst this group right now?
Yeah, a lot of fun. There's a lot of good guys here, and as soon as I got here, they made me feel welcome. And we have a little saying, "Play like brothers," and I feel like we are like that at the minute. We are getting really close, and that comes from the management team. The first day they came in, some of the drills they do to make you interact with each other, and it's been really good. And I've always say when you're closer as a team, if you're close personal wise with your players and teammates, you always do better on the pitch. It makes you want to work hard for each other and go that extra mile for each other. And if someone has a bad day or misses a tackle, the next person's right there to help you. And yeah, it's been good.
Thank you, Derrick. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. We'll go next to Gio Garcia. Gio, go ahead.
Hey, Derrick. Congrats, obviously, on that assist and the slide tackle. You had a lot of slide tackles in this past game. Is that one of your attributes as a defender?
Yeah, I like to get stuck in. I like to let them know, the forwards, that they're not going to have an easy game, and I'm going to be physical in their faces. I'm still not up there fully match fitness, I feel like, just yet. So there's a couple I kind of missed, but I know after a few games I'll get my match fitness up, and get my awareness back, and yeah, I'm just trying to work on that at the minute.
I know you had talked about you guys don't want to be conceding more than 2 goals a game. What kind of conversations have you had with the back line and Jonathan Bond about that?
We've had a lot, especially with Dan, the coach. We go over video near enough every day, just seeing what we can do better in the games, talking wise, looking over our shoulders, where we should have our line, just everything really. And I felt like against LAFC, it's slowly and surely we're putting it to work. I felt we looked pretty solid. I think the shots they did have, they were kind of outside of our box, and they weren't really threatening. Bondi made a few good saves in the first half, but other than that, we felt kind of comfortable, I think.
Thanks, Joe. We'll go next to John Rojas. John, go ahead.
Thank you. There's one thing on MLS, around MLS, that especially people coming from South America see, and is the diversity of the tactical standpoints. Different kind of coaches from different parts of the world. If you go to England, most of the coaches are, English or Irish. If you go to Spain, most Europeans. That do you see that? You see a wide difference of tactics and the teams that you see and facing up to now here in MLS?
Yeah, definitely. Which is good. I feel like it's good for the league to have different tactics and managers implement what they want to do. For example, Red Bull were a very intense game. They were very direct. They played the long ball a lot and made sure they got a lot of people around it. And then you had people like Seattle. They passed the ball really well. They were solid. They were really organised. They made it difficult for ourselves. And then LAFC again. They were very good on the ball. They passed it really well. And they were organised as well. But those 3 teams were very different. How they played, and it's a good experience for all of us. And I think it is good to have such a mixture. You don't really know what you're expecting. The next game can be completely different than the one before, so it's good.
Thanks, Sean. We'll go to Josh Gassman with Corner Galaxy next. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Derrick. Wanted to sort of get your thoughts on Greg Vanney and what he's bringing to this team, and maybe had any sort of preconceived notions before joining the Galaxy about what his teams were like.
Yeah, I knew of him before, his team's in Toronto, so whenever I used to look up at and take an interest in MLS, I always seen his Toronto sides doing well. The way they played, the way they passed it out, Giovinco, Bradley and teams like that, and I always seen that they dominated a lot of the games, so I was excited to work with him, and ever since he's been in here, it's been fantastic to work with him. His ideas, he's very tactical, which is really good. He goes over every small details, and he wants to play the right way. He wants to get the ball down and pass it and create overloads, score goals, be attacking, and he wants to win the game. So he sets out to win every game, which is great, because a lot of managers don't do that. Sometimes they can be fearful, but he does that. He attacks it, and every day, even you learn something every day from. It could be a 2-minute talk you have with him just in the physio room, and he says something, you're just like, oh yeah. You just take it on board and just listen, and I'm kind of like a sponge at the minute, just soaking up everything he wants from me and the team and just trying to learn every day.
Awesome. That's all the questions we'll take for Derrick today. Derrick, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. See you later.
Yeah, you too.